Jace Denman with Flag Family Media. I'm here with MSUM Dragon head coach Steve Laqua. Coach, week one is in the books. Didn't come out quite the way you wanted to, but there were opportunities there. What can you take away from week one?
Well, I think there's a lot of things we can build on. I think we kind of raised the floor of consistent level of football, and we let a couple plays get away from us. I think if you get one play back, offense, defense, special teams, we're probably sitting in a different place. But the fact of the matter is we didn't, and so we got to learn from those, correct them. But I thought there was a lot of things defensively. We held up well against a really good quarterback, really good run game. I think offensively we did a great job controlling kind of the tempo with the pass game offense. We spread the ball out to a lot of different players, and so had good balance there. And so those things are we going to have to build on and then be able to take it into this week's game.
Now, when you start a season playing against a defending conference champion, do you, as a coach, feel that that's a good way to kind of gauge where your team is at, or would you rather have a couple, maybe not the defending conference champs to start off the season with?
Well, I know in our conference there's no easy game, and so, every week you're going to play a tough opponent. You're going to have to be at your best. You're going to have to play great football, and so, last week obviously was a challenge. This week is a challenge as well. Every week is a different challenge, and so I think last week was good. We had that challenge in front of us. For the most part, we responded well. Now we have a different set of challenges this week, and we got to do the same thing. We got to respond well and then finish on the top side of the scoreboard.
When you look at the offensive side of the ball, and it's my first time obviously seeing Jack Strand play in person. 56 passing attempts, completed 42, really spread the ball around like you said. A lot of young receivers. You've got a couple of sophomore wide receivers, a senior wide receiver. You got your running back that's really good at catching the ball in the backfield. He looked really comfortable back there in the pocket. So what would you say about Jack Strand's progression from year one to year two in your offense?
Yeah, I think Jack's done a phenomenal job, growing from where he was last year to this year. He's got a lot of season in front of him, but I think the thing that shows up more is he understands the offense. 2-3 words into a play call, he knows the call, he can visualize it, and he can now kind of go, okay, here was the coverage. This is probably where my progression is going to take me to. I think last year he kind of knew what the play was, and then he'd just look and go, if the guy's open, I throw it, and if I don't, I just go find another guy that's open. So I think now he's anticipating, he's cerebral about it, and you could see in the game the ball got out of his hand really quickly. And so, nothing against the pass protection that we had, but you can't sack him if you get the ball out of your hand. He did a great job with that.
Looking over at the defensive side of the ball, Wayne State's obviously got a very formidable offense. Like you said, defensively there was a few plays that were left on the field that you could have made. What do you think about your defense's performance after that week one against a very good offense?
Yeah, I think solid. I thought we did a good job defensively as a whole. I really like the fact that as a team we didn't panic, that we kept the belief. That's a really tough offense that stresses you because they run the quarterback, so they play with all 11 guys. So if you put too many guys in there to defend the quarterback run game, then he's one of the best deep passers in our conference, at least as of last year. And so then he hits you with that, and they got us with a deep one, but we had the balance being able to play both of those ends of the game, and I thought we did a good job with that for the most part.
How do you kind of get the guys' energy up, in a sense, you might say, is when they've had that almost interception, they had almost that big fumble recovery that could have been a scoop and score, and in addition to trying to get their heads right to be able to make those plays this week, how do you maybe ratchet up the pressure on the quarterbacks as well?
Yeah, you know what? I think that's one of the things that we gotta make sure that we get people off schedule defensively. So there is a sense of not being comfortable being off schedule, and so first down production is definitely important. That's something we got to do a great job of this week. Get them off schedule, take them out of their game, and that's been a point of emphasis. So hopefully we can get that done, and then we can play the way we want to play instead of the way they want to play. And it's going to be quite a battle this week. There's going to be two ends of the spectrum of how the game wants to be played out.
If you could kind of give us one key to victory for offense and for defense this week, what would those keys to victory be?
Yep, I think defensively we got to stop the downhill dive back, fullback, whatever you want to call them. We've got to stop and contain that. If they can start getting yards with that puts us in a really difficult position. I think offensively a fast start is huge. This is going to be a ball control offense, and if we can get on the board and get points in before they can and maybe take them out of their game, that's going to be a huge advantage to us. So fast start on offense for sure, and then defense, special teams wise, we got to be a winning edge. Can we find a way to make a play? Whether is that a big return? Is that a block? Is that being able to pin them deep on something? But something that changes the game just once. Yeah. And if we can do that, we'll be in good shape.
When it comes to special teams, obviously you guys had a block punt. I don't want to overemphasize this too much, but I think my co-host James McCarty almost had a heart attack in that. So maybe if you could maybe get a little control of this game early, just to make sure that his blood pressure is not overly too much, that would be great. But when it comes to fans like him and the rest of the student body, how exciting is it to be able to be back on your home field to start off your home schedule this year?
Always fun to be at home in front of the crowd. We got great support here in the community, great support from our student base, our people on campus, the parents that follow us around, and they love being at home. And so we're excited to be able to do that. I think our guys play well at home. They want to show out and play well in front of the people that are close to them, and this is where we're going to have the most people watching us each week, and so it's important for us.
Last question for you. The next 3 out of the next 4 games are here at Shields Field. How important is it to be successful at home and kind of defend that home turf when you look as the season as a whole, trying to be able to make the playoffs this year?
You always want to win at home, right? And then it starts with just 1 week at a time, and you want to try and get a win any way you can. Obviously, doing it at home is the way to do it, but we can only win 1 game this week, 1 at a time. Wherever they're played, it don't matter. We just want to make sure that we find a way to come out on top, and whether that's an ugly win, a convincing win, whatever, we just got to find a way. And so hopefully we're able to be gritty enough to get that done.
Excellent. Coach, I want to thank you for a few moments of your time before practice today. I'm Jace Denman with Flag Family Media. Have a great day.